Welcome to this video. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere here talking about what happened to Wanda at the end of Doctor Strange 2, as the future of the character is pretty much on the air, but I will go ahead and discuss what are my theories about what could happen in the future of the MCU. So as we know, at the end of Doctor Strange 2, Wanda takes the decision to destroy the Darkhold castle as well as the Darkhold in every reality. This is in Wundagore Mountain, the bird of the Scarlett Witch. The movie takes inspiration from so many comic books, and this film is straight up from comic to screen, and that's just my opinion. The movie takes inspiration from the Darkhold Alpha, where she found herself dealing with the threat of Chthon once again by getting into contact with the Darkhold. This again is taking inspiration from that comic book. Taking the decision to destroy the Darkhold creates a storyline for another film, but what are going to be the consequences of this? Did someone save her at the end? Is this because of the explosion that we see, or did she survive? Well, first of all, I don't think she's dead. Strange destroyed the tunnel and she was normal and it was not her physical body. So it makes sense that yeah, she survived this as her endurance is really strong, as she is more powerful than ever. So I don't believe a pile of rocks are gonna kill her. But this set up the future of the character in so many interesting ways, going from the comic books. Recently, Elizabeth Olsen teased what could happen to the character's future. She said the following: there's a couple different versions of what could happen at the end of the film, this film. Mostly I want to hear what the fans who know her best, what they would like to see from her next. And I'm going to do just that. Okay, so what happens? Well, during the events of when Wanda gets pregnant with the twins, is revealed that their creation of Mephisto. This happened in the comics. So after this is where the big event happened, the first big event, which is Avengers Disassembled. During this event, the Scarlet Witch seemingly gained powerful reality-altering abilities from chaos magic. However, this proved to be an uncontrolled aspect of her mutant power and created a great mental strain on her. During this, an unintentional remark by the teammate was about Wanda's lost children apparently drove her over the edge. She suffered a nervous breakdown and lashed out with her new power, subjecting the Avengers to a savage assault and apparently killing Agatha Harkness and some of her teammates. Others were injured or affected by various odd outbursts and incidents, including Vision, who was killed by She-Hulk after he attacked the Avengers due to Wanda causing him to lose control of his actions. The remaining Avengers gathered, including a number of reservists. During this, she goes to Agatha and asks where are her children.
Where are my children?
Where are my children?
Is when Doctor Strange appeared, sensing abuse of magic and angry that he had not been notified of Wanda's recent problems. Strange was forced to use the Eye of Agamotto on Wanda, which apparently showed her a memory so horrible she went into a catatonic state. Magneto suddenly appears, saying "Give me my daughter," and brought her to Genosha, so Professor X could help her. Sadly, Xavier was unable to do so, as Wanda attempted to restore her husband to life and undo the damage she had caused, keeping Wanda in a comatose state. Xavier ultimately called a meeting between the Avengers and the X-Men to decide whether or not Wanda should be killed. Quicksilver was horrified at the fact that Xavier seriously considered killing Wanda and convinced Wanda to take desperate action to keep this from happening. By using her powers, Wanda brought reality into the House of M, a world where mutants were the majority, humans the minority, and the Magneto the ruler. In this reality, Wanda was believed to be a human due to an alternate body she created to represent her in public while she cared for her children in private. What happened is that a young mutant named Lila, a deformed mutant who was given a normal body thanks to Wanda's reality warp, was able to use her mutant abilities to restore several of the hero's memories. Meanwhile, Wolverine, the only person that sensed the realities of wrongness, and a resurrected Hawkeye, who was killed during the Wanda's breakdown, gathered his heroes into an assault force to try to restore reality. During the battle between Magneto's forces and the others, Lila was able to restore Magneto's memories as well. Wanda confessed that it was Quicksilver, not Magneto, who had initiated the reality's warp. Now Wanda revived her brother, telling Magneto that Quicksilver had only wanted him to be happy and that Magneto had ruined them, choosing the mutants over his own children. Before they denounced Xavier in 3 words and no more mutants, Wanda changed the world back to its original form, but added the mass depowering of 90% of the entire mutant population, thus being responsible for many deaths. Surviving mutants and ex-mutants refer to this as the M-Day, the worst day in human history. So what happens to her after these events? Well, after the fallout, the resurrected Clint Barton tracked Wanda to a small village near Wundagore Mountain, where he saved her from a thief. Wanda was living in a small apartment where her only relative, her Aunt Agatha, who was never seen, but this could mean that it was a manifestation of Wanda's now dead mentor, Agatha Harkness. Doing this, she appeared to be powerless and believed that she had lived her entire life in the village. She did not recognize Hawkeye, nor did she remember her life with the Avengers or other events connecting to the film. What happens is that Wanda sleeps with the character of Hawkeye, and this is absolutely hilarious. The following morning, while Wanda was sleeping, Hawkeye became curious about the next room where Aunt Agatha was sleeping, but the dark knob appeared to be shifted away from his hands, a reality manipulation usually associated with the Scarlett Witch. The missing beast later found Wanda at the same village and asked for her help to deal with the aftermath of M-Day. She had no memory of him either and claimed she did not believe in magic. So what happened after this? Well, in the Avengers, the Young Avengers Wiccan and Speed decided to find Wanda, as Wiccan wanted to know once and for all if she was indeed their mother. They traveled to several places connected to Wanda and themselves in their search, but Wiccan was unable to detect any sign of Wanda's magic. Wiccan and Speed united to search for her around the planet, but failed. During those events, she's later found in the Children's Crusade. She's found in Liberia by Wiccan, and she has lost all her memories and powers and was engaged to Victor Von Doom. So this is huge. There's more story in the comics that happens, but what my theory could mean is that this can connect it to the future of the MCU, where she is found by her children, reincarnation of her children, and that could connect to, hey, Wanda not having any memory of who she is, connecting you to Young Avengers, connecting to the movie of the Scarlet Witch. So we also have the comic book where we have Avengers versus X-Men, where Wanda plays a key role during those events as well. And another theory that I have is because, as we know, they're building the Young Avengers. America Chavez was just introduced, and we also know that Wiccan and Speed are going to be grown in the future, as we can know that they are going to be go ahead and reincarnated, something that happens in the comics that I just said. So it makes sense that, hey, Marvel wants to do that. In Falcon and Winter Soldier, they already introduced the character Patriot. So we understand that Marvel wants to do Young Avengers, but during those events, during Young Avengers, we can connect to Wiccan and Speed looking for their mom, and that will connect to the film. It's already confirmed that we're going to see a film of Scarlet Witch, Wanda, so that will be awesome. When would that be? We don't know, as Elizabeth Olsen has a contract for 7 more films, so hey, she's not dead. That is my theory for now. I would love to see that in the film. So what are your thoughts? Leave in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, one.